for their premium product range. So with that, I'd like to invite Tony Fernandez, AirAsia's Group CEO, to join me on stage to say a few words and to do the honors of revealing who that personality is. Tony, if you may.
Thanks for coming. Good morning to the blogger community. Over the last 13 years, I mean, our story is well documented. We've gone from 2 planes to 200. Just 2 days ago, we announced our 300 million passenger. We now cover all of ASEAN and beginning to do Asia. But what we noticed took a long, long time thinking and looking, and actually it ended up as one of my friends that we chose. Someone I've known for a long, long time through my music days. But a little bit more on him in a second. We just wanted to re-emphasize the 2 products that we're talking about. One is Premium Flex, which is our one-of-a-kind product which offers travel flexibility and value for money with complimentary 20 kilograms baggage. Very proud to have created some of those artists with it. He's my dear friend. He's known as the Hitman for bringing so many chart-topping hits in his illustrious career as a musician. And now we're creating more hits with him using our Premium Flex product, who's going to help us make a hit out of Premium Flex, Ben's flatbed, and our fly-through product. Can I please introduce AirAsia's new global brand ambassador, the one and only David Foster.
David, so good to see you back in the region. First and foremost, how are you feeling today?
Excellent, and I'm so happy to be here again. I was just here a couple of months ago, and I must put in a little plug for the Majestic Hotel because I've stayed a lot of places. This place is incredible.
Woohoo!
It takes such great care of us.
So we hope the Majestic Hotel are happy to hear with that. Okay, we're very excited indeed, of course, with the collaboration that you have with AirAsia. Of course, you are now the new face of its premium product range. Before we get into details with regards to that, I think first and foremost, as Tony mentioned earlier on, the fact that both of you have worked together in the music industry, how do you feel like working again on a different industry this time, around in aviation and still music in a sense?
Well, it's a beautiful full circle for me because we need to fix that somehow. Do we know what that is? You can turn my mic down a little bit. Turn my mic down a little bit. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
But it is a beautiful circle because I am a pilot and I've loved aviation my whole life and I love music. And obviously Tony feels the same way. We've been great friends for 25 years and we were all so, well, surprised is the wrong word because Tony was such a go-getter when he worked for Warner Brothers Records and handled this region so well and handled so much of my music. But when we found out that he had taken over AirAsia, it was no surprise. But what he's done in less than a decade was a surprise, and it's truly a miracle what he's accomplished. But his personality is such that we all know that there's no failure is not an option for Tony Fernandez. So it's great that I love aviation and I love music, as does Tony. So I think we're a good fit.
Wonderful. All right, and Thansri, how about yourself? Can you just elaborate a little bit more with regards to the ambassadorship? Why David? How did it come about?
Well, is it working?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, David can take over the sound as well while you're at it. obviously, David said it all, but when we've never had a global brand ambassador, actually. Many people have suggested, many people have asked, but we never felt it was the right fit. I mean, when we met recently, the last couple of times, we started talking about it, and at the last event in Singapore, when David was on Asia's Got Talent, we started really talking about it. And I thought, all the market that we're trying to get onto AirAsia actually are huge fans of his. Everyone has got David Foster and Friends, all the different albums, his concerts are huge sellouts. So then we thought this was a no-brainer. And we like to do things that are personal. How much better than to do with someone that we adore, love, and have been a great fan of us anyway. I want to add, when we had obviously our very tragic incident, QZ8501, the first person who SMS'd me was David. It was a crazy hour, but he sent one of the most fantastic messages, which gave me tremendous inspiration for that very, very difficult time. So, being a global ambassador is one thing, but being a friend is more important, and having the right heart. AirAsia is all about spirit, having the right heart, and we can think of no one better to represent us around the world.
Beautifully said. Now, David, now that we're in Asia, and is there a specific country that you love, besides Malaysia, of course?
Well, I love Malaysia, and it's great that AirAsia is the hub. The real hub is in KL. But I've been in every country, with the exception of Vietnam and Cambodia. I've been in every country in Southeast Asia and Asia, period. So there's a couple of places I still have to hit, but we're off to the Philippines in a couple of days. Japan has always been great for me. Bangkok is a great city for me to perform. The whole region is just, I've always said this, and I'm not just saying this because there's a lot of press here, you can read it in other interviews. A lot of the places in Southeast Asia are so far ahead of where we are in America and Canada, technology-wise. It's just astounding how this region has grown. In spite of the fact that when I went to bed last night, your ringlet, is it ringlet? Ringlet? Yeah, it was at 3.8 this morning. I woke up and it was 4. So
I asked the press to see whether we can renegotiate.
I mean, what the hell is going on with this dollar? It's pretty crazy. Well, we're going to change that slightly with the AirAsia business. But another thing, I'm going off topic of your question, but another thing that impressed me so much about this airline, and again, Tony doing things right, he bought these planes new. The A320s came off the line new, starting in 2005. There is no airplane in this fleet that's more than 10 years old. The 330s, some of them are they're still rolling off the line, right? So you've got like planes that are brand new. It's just extraordinary. Not many airlines do that. It's a winner all the way around.
So will we be hearing that the both of you will be traveling together to some Asian destination?
Well,
since there's so much bromance taking place, I can feel the love. Oh, that's so sweet.
Don't be jealous.
I am slightly.
Well, I think we'll have to make a trip to Vietnam.
Okay.
Vietnam and Cambodia.
We fly there, right?
We do fly there.
Yes.
Yeah, we do fly there.
Yes.
With
a flatbed.
Well, we don't have the flatbed.
Well, we'll get it for me. Huh? We have wireless coming?
We have wireless now.
Because it's very important.
18 planes already, and by the end of next year, all the planes will have Wi-Fi.
Really?
With the most affordable Wi-Fi in town.
That's very important.
Because that go-go shit is a rip-off, I'm telling you. In America, that's like you're paying like 12 bucks a minute or something. We're not going to be doing that, right?
We're charging, well, with the ringgit right now, $1.25. $1.25.
$1.25. There you go.
There you go.
Will we be hearing David Foster's songs on board, Tony?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the one song that I really didn't want to hear, they played just now, Kenny G, because that wasn't my artist at the time. And he sold like 3 million records in this part of the world. I hate the guy. No, David music will be played. We got lots of great ideas. I don't want to bring it up today. I'd love to put him on the wing of a plane one day with his grand piano. It'd be,
it's flying or just on the ground?
Just on the ground.
Well, Tom Cruise or something, right? What about anybody in the audience? I know you're going to go to the audience probably, but does anybody in the audience have any ideas about how we can combine David Foster, AirAsia, AirAsia X, and music?
Will there be a livery of David Foster inside the plane?
Yeah, there will be. He doesn't know that yet. Livery. Will we pay paint your face on the plane.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dad, hang on a second.
Well, there you go.
What's your name, friend?
Jason.
Jason. Are you just here hanging out freeloading, or do you write for somebody?
Do the AirAsia's local community.
Oh, excellent. So great. And you have a seat with me anytime.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
My picture on an AirAsia plane.
Yeah.
Love it. Love that.
Okay, just a few more questions. I think we're just going to get over the serious ones. Okay, how long is this ambassadorship for, Dunsri?
No, forever, man.
Forever.
We're hooked already. You can't get rid of me.
Okay, all right.
It's a beautiful marriage, and by the way, this confetti reminded me of my 4 marriages.
I was waiting for him to say it, not me.
Threw me off a little bit.
He said it. Okay, I'm
You know,
gonna...
another part of David's ambassadorial, I was at a wedding the other day.
Mine?
No, it wasn't. I've been to a few of yours. I've stopped giving presents. And everyone was talking about love, and it's fantastic, and you know, people have been married for 35 years, and etc., etc. And then they asked me to do a speech. So I went up there and I said, look, on behalf of, everything's been great, everyone's talking about how happy they are, happily married, etc. On behalf of the people who have failed marriages, I'm doing the speech. So David will also be representing and counseling people there. But he's happily married now.
There you go. Well, you're happily married. That's good. That's all good. And we also understand that you will be performing again at the Genting Resort this 14th of August. What will we be expecting from you?
Well, we are there the 14th and the 15th, 2
Okay.
nights in a row. I believe one is a private event and one is the public event. And I have some nice friends with me. I don't know if it's in the known already. I guess it is. Is it?
Well, I know. I did my homework.
It is. Oh, okay. Well, we have Jackie Ivanko, who's an amazing young.
She's so young.
Oh, she's 15 years old.
Jeez.
And Bocelli loves her, Placido Domingo loves her, and she's just taking the opera world by storm. We have Ruben Studdard, who's a winner from the American Idol, who I love. We have Peter Cetera, who's my longtime, you remember Peter Cetera, longtime writing partner from the group Chicago. We have Natalie Cole, and we have Boys to Men. So it's going to be a great 2 nights, and then we're off to Manila, hopefully on AirAsia. Do you fly? You fly to?
We do, yeah.
Yeah, good.
All right, now members of the media, blogger friends, if you have any questions to pose to our gentleman on the stage, but please let it be just related to, of course, this announcement. Do raise your hands. We will try and get someone to pass the mic or just scream it over. We can hear you. It's quite intimate.
Banks. I drive one car. I'm not a car enthusiast. I am an airplane freak. I cannot go past an airplane without looking. I know the names of every single airplane. You can show me a picture of any airplane that's flying today, private or commercial, and I will tell you what it is. That's how much of a freak I am. So when the opportunity came to be with my friends and to represent an airline company, especially such a progressive, forward-thinking company, a young and exuberant company like AirAsia, that was
He's talking about our cabin crew, not me.
and like, you know, Beyonce, on and on, Celine, and that's where I've sort of honed my skills. And there's a lot of talent in Asia here. If you just do the math, there's 1.5 billion Asian people here. There's going to be some superstars here. We became very close with Charisse in the Philippines. She had some personal issues that she had to overcome, and she's trying to get over those issues, and when she does, we will hit it with her again, because I believe in her. I think that might be the thing that takes her over the top. I have 100% faith in her, just like I did with the Corrs all those years ago. And she's Malaysian. She's a beautiful soul, and we are not giving up on her. We plan on, our goal is to make her.
Rihanna inspires me. I think she's like over the top killer. Bruno Mars inspires me. On the other side of on the business side, I honestly, if Tony wasn't sitting here, I would say Tony. Tony inspires me because people that actually can take something and where it's nothing and make something out of it. You know, it's one thing to make a good record. It's another thing to get the people to hear it. It takes marketing genius, and that's what he's so good at. Obviously, with this AirAsia in less than a decade. So people like Tony and Doug Morris and Tommy Mottola, Lucien Grange, these are the people that are in the record business. They inspire me too.
here a Malaysian singer is doing a duet with Usher.
Yeah.
We've got to support it.
She
We've got to support it, and we'll get behind it. And with all the Filipino artists and whoever we'll really get behind it.
How many people here have flown AirAsia?
Because everyone can fly, right?
Yeah, best tagline ever.
A best tagline ever.
And that has a phenomenal Rolodex of names and contacts and media. So David will also promote Southeast Asia, its talent, its businesses, its destinations around the world. So that's the multi-faceted relationship. In terms of passenger target, I'll let the new CEO answer you later. So Ben, maybe you can give the Business Indonesia a quick interview about your target. I arranged an exclusive interview for you with Ben. And the last question, look, I'm thrilled. I'm very proud of Ibu Rini. She's the first minister that has gone out and said, you know, I lobbied her, I spoke to her about how lower cost enables us to generate more flights. Indonesia needs jobs. Indonesia is not just about Bali. There's amazing destinations there, from Lombok, Sorong, Ambon, and Komodo, that we want to develop and show the world. If I take David to Raja Ampat Islands, he would never go back. He will stay out there.
Well, as long as she goes with me,
Yeah.
then I won't.
I jump out, I'm like, whoa.
So it's great that the ministry and Akasapura have now understood that by reducing costs, we'll be able to promote new destinations, just like we did with Bandung. Now, Bandung is a David Foster kind of story, right? I want to show you the link AirAsia has with music. I used to record Dangdut albums in Bandung, right? I mean, I was the Dangdut king back in the day. And we recorded all our albums. We created Emelina, we created Nasi Dayu, etc., all in Bandung. And when we started AirAsia, I said, hey, why don't we fly to Bandung? And everyone looked at me like, hey, no one flies to Bandung. And I said, well, we're going to do it. And when we landed in Bandung for the first time, we couldn't park at the airport because the airport couldn't take the weight of our aircraft. We had to park quite far away. And we were the only airline in the world flying to Bandung. And today, I'm very proud. Bandung has a huge airport. AirAsia is the largest airline. We have 20 flights a day. And every other airline is flying into it. And, you know, and it was created really through music. I knew Bandung because of Dangdut music. And so the link between music and AirAsia is very strong. The CEO of AirAsia Thailand is from Warner Music. The marketing head was from Warner Music. The Philippines chairman was Warner Music Philippines. So music's in our blood very much. When oil price is high, we play the blues. When oil price is low, we play rock and roll, but we never play Kenny G.
I would like to say, if you don't mind, I'd like to go on record saying this, that you get nothing else out of this press conference, from me at least. Know that this is a heart and soul project for me, okay? There's, you know, my love of aviation and my love of Southeast Asia and my love of Tony Fernandez, these are three things that have come together. And this is not going to be just a sideline, it's a name and there's nothing else. This is going to be an effort, it's going to be a lot of work for me, and I'm going to put the work in because I love those three things. Flight, Tony Fernandez, and Asia.
Bless you. All right, well, I guess that wraps up our little chat.